Are you sick and tired of gambling your hard-earned money on Madden packs? Well, look no further than my sponsor, MMOEXP, for the cheapest and the most reliable mug coins on the market. And don't forget to use code FERDY at checkout for 5% off. The link for their website will be right at the top of the description. Are you looking to take your Madden game to the next level? Look no further than Civil.gg for the best ebooks on the market. Choose one of 2 membership options, and don't forget to use code FERDY at checkout for 25% off. What's going on, guys? Today we have our first tight end tier list of the Madden 22 cycle. And before we hop into it, if you are new here, hit that subscribe button. We are on the road to 30,000 subscribers, so the subscribe button, turn notifications. We post daily Madden 22 content, and also the link for my Twitch channel down in the description. I will be live tonight over on Twitch playing some weekend leagues, so if you haven't come through yet, make sure you come through, drop a follow, all that good stuff. It is also September, so you might also get gifted a sub. You never really know. September is a crazy time over on Twitch, I'll tell you that right now. But yeah, the shout out for today's video goes to my man AJ. Shout out to AJ for commenting the emoji on last video. Okay, so here is the tight end tier list, and the tight end tier list is not a big one. For whatever reason, the tight end position is always really thin in MUT, and this year is no different. That's why I've kind of been holding off on dropping this video, because honestly, there wasn't enough tight ends in the game to even make this video the first time. I mean, I guess all that's been added was 1 tight end, but that still makes a big difference. But yeah, Travis Kelce at A tier, we got Mark Andrews at B tier, Evan Ingram, Jack Doyle, Gesicki, Noah Fan, Eric Ebron at C tier, and also have Rob Gronkowski down there at D tier, mainly because of that speed. The card does not move the way that, you know, a prime Gronk card would have back in the day. But yeah, the first card we're looking at today is going to be Dallas Goedert. Okay, so here is the 84 overall team builder, Dallas Goedert, 82 speed, 85 acceleration, definitely solid. As far as route running goes, he's got 74 short, 76 mid, and 69 deep. Not the best route runner, but good catching. Oh wait, no, good carrying. What is his catching? His catching is it? Oh, it's 82 catching, so not bad. Goddard is solid, nothing too crazy. So for that reason, let's throw Dallas Goedert. Let's throw Dallas at B tier. I don't think he's in that A tier conversation, but definitely a middle of the line tight end in the game right now. I mean, having 82 speed, 85 acceleration, and he's 6'4". Not that bad, good height, good weight, and pretty reliable when it comes to red zone short yardage scenarios. And I faced this guy a few times. He actually plays pretty decent. So yeah, Dallas Goedert, without question, is a B tier tight end. So next up, we have one of my favorite cards in the game in general, and that is the 84 overall team builder, OJ Howard. This card is really solid. First of all, he's 6'6", 250, so he can actually air truck pretty well, and this card does bring a lot of tackles. He's kind of nimble out there too. I mean, I wonder what his COD actually is, because this card, 77 COD on a 6'6" tight end. I guess it makes him feel decent, but after the catch, this card is a problem. Always breaking tackles, and early in the year, there are not many corners that can tackle at a high level, or you know what I mean. Like, there's not many high tackling stat or high hit power corners. And most of the time, if OJ can get to that second level, he's gonna break a tackle and make something happen. So OJ Howard, I'm actually a big fan of this card with 85 speed, 88 acceleration. By the way, this early in the year is really nice on a tight end, regardless of what his route running is. But I'm telling you right now, OJ, definitely a monster. I don't think he's good enough to be an S tier, obviously, but I will put him in front of Travis Kelce. Travis Kelce's solid. I mean, has good route running, good acceleration, but his speed at 81 just isn't really good enough, but has really good route running and stuff like that. I mean, if he had like 85 speed, he'd easily be in that S tier conversation, but in my opinion, 81 speed, too slow. I mean, the card's very good, but I mean, you can definitely do better, and he's also kind of expensive. So next up, we have our first and only superstar MVP on today's list, and that is the 84 overall Dallas Goedert. This card does come baked in with Matchup Nightmare, Mid-In, and Yak 'em Up X Factor. So the Matchup Nightmare really good if you can kind of get that on a tight end and not have to spend the training. That's a major W in my opinion. So this card's already off to a good start, but yeah, 84 overall with 82 speed, 85 acceleration, route running 78, 75, and 68. So not the best deep route runner, but has good acceleration. He's also, what, 6'5", 87 carrying, very reliable with 82 catching. I'm surprised there aren't more like high catching stat tight ends in the game. Like, usually earlier in the year you look for that high catching, but there aren't many guys that actually have that. I'm surprised that Hockenson doesn't have like at least 85 catching on this card. But Hockenson good because he has his abilities baked in. If you need like a matchup nightmare kind of guy and you're not willing to spend the training, Hockenson's a really good option. So let's throw Hockenson at B tier. I think he's definitely solid. I think I would put him here, but because he has the abilities, I'm going to put him in front of Mark Andrews. It's honestly very close. Andrews does have the better route running, but because of the abilities are baked in on TJ, I'm going to go with TJ Hockenson over Mark Andrews. So next up, we have the gold 79 overall Jonnu Smith. This card is actually pretty solid. I used him for a little bit. Nothing too crazy, but definitely does get the job done if you're looking for a tight end option that's fairly cheap for like solos or whatever. I actually used him in head-to-head for a pretty long time until I got Kyle Pitts, but yeah, Jonnu Smith, 83 speed, 84 acceleration. I mean, decent catching, decent carrying, stuff like that, but nothing too special on Jonnu. Just kind of has good speed out of that tight end position, which is definitely a W at this point of the year. And the card is going for 3K right now, so it's kind of hard to beat that. Jonnu Smith going at C tier right in front of Jack Doyle and right behind Evan Ingram. That one, I guess, could be debated if you like Gesicki or Doyle more, but I'm going to put Jonnu in front of those guys at C tier. Okay, so next up, we have the rookie premier Kyle Pitts, and I'm sure everyone kind of knows exactly where this card is going, but 88 speed, 89 acceleration, good catching, good carrying, but the most impressive thing about this card is that he has these stats and has some of the better route running that we've seen amongst tight ends on today's list, and he's 6'6", 245, so without question, Kyle Pitts is a monster, a very frustrating card to face. It was honestly kind of hard to rank this card, I'm not going to lie, because I was thinking about putting him A tier, but then I don't think he should be on the same tier as guys like OJ and Travis, so he kind of has to be S tier, but I also think that, you know, the two cards that are going to be joining him at S tier are just way better than him, so it's kind of a weird spot for Kyle Pitts. He's kind of in that like kind of like a low A tier where the next two guys you're going to see at S tier are kind of in that really high S tier range, but there's not enough players to kind of show that. So that's kind of how I feel about Kyle Pitts. He's like really good, but the two best tight ends in the game I think are way better than him. That's my opinion on it. And the first man that will be joining Kyle Pitts at S tier is the season reward George Kittle. I mean, we all know this card is a problem. 85 speed when powered up, 86. 88 acceleration is crazy. Powered up does hit that short route running threshold. Good carrying. After the catch, for some reason, this dude always breaks the first tackle. I don't care who it is. If it's a safety, it doesn't matter. George Kittle is just too strong, too fast, too big. He breaks the first tackle every single time, and it makes this card super frustrating to face. Like, him after the catch might be the best part of his game, but on top of all that good stuff, he's also a really good run blocker, which a lot of the guys on this tier list really just can't say. So George Kittle, kind of the best of both worlds at tight end. Can block if you want to run, can make guys miss after the catch, can run great routes. So George Kittle, definitely a problem, and without question, George Kittle's S tier. He's going in front of Kyle Pitts. This George Kittle card is just an absolute menace, man. So next up, we have the 81 overall Hunter Henry. I do think that EA's either going to give Hunter Henry or Jonnu Smith the ultimate kickoff card for the Patriots. I got a good feeling about it. They tend to give players that are new to the team cards, so either Hunter Henry or Jonnu will definitely get a card, I think, for the ultimate kickoff promo. But Hunter Henry is not that great. I actually really do hope that it is Jonnu Smith. That card would probably rival like Darren Waller or a guy like that. But yeah, 79 speed, 83 acceleration, route running not the best, carrying's all right. But you guys see no green stats on Hunter Henry at all. This card's just not the best. He's really not that great. So I'm gonna put Hunter Henry down here at D tier, right in front of Gronk, though. I still like Hunter more than Gronk by not a lot, but I'm going to put Hunter Henry down there at D tier. So next up, we got team builder David Njoku. The card's got 84 speed with 88 acceleration, 78 catching, 82 catching traffic, 88 carrying, and the main reason why you like Njoku is because of that speed at 84, high acceleration, good jumping, and the card's 6'4", 250, and after the catch has an 84 break tackle, good carrying stats. So Njoku's definitely solid. I think he's definitely an A tier tight end. Is he better than OJ Howard? In my opinion, no. So I'm going to put David Njoku right after OJ Howard and right before Travis Kelce at A tier. And finally, last but not least, we have the 91 overall limited Darren Waller. This card's got 88 speed with 88 acceleration. If we head down here, he has 91 catching with 88 catching traffic, 91 short route running, 88 mid route running with 84 deep route running. The card's got 87 carrying, 89 ball carrier vision with 79 COD and an 80 break tackle. So Darren Waller's a really good card, 6'6", 250, runs really good routes. He's really fast for a tight end. And it feels like EA has just dropped the limited Waller to start the year every year because they know he's going to sell packs because everyone loves Darren Waller and Mutt. But I kind of have an unpopular opinion. So Darren Waller, I'm not going to factor in the price. I've used Darren Waller. I actually haven't used George Kittle yet, but trust me, I've played against George Kittle so many times that I know how dominant that George Kittle card is. So I'm actually gonna leave George Kittle at the top. I'm gonna leave George Kittle there because I feel like George Kittle's run blocking and also George Kittle after the catch is so much better than Darren Waller. And even though Waller might be taller, might be a little bit faster, Waller didn't feel as good as I thought he was going to. And I know I said it's hard for me to really factor in price tag, but you can literally get Kittle for free and Waller is $800K. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like, I don't really know what to really say about it, but I really do feel like George Kittle is kind of just a better, more well-rounded tight end that I'd rather have on my team than a guy like Waller who can only really catch passes. And like after the catch, he wasn't as good as I thought he was going to be, mainly because of that strength, I think, at 67. But trust me, George Kittle's a monster. It is very close between these guys. I can honestly see a debate for either of them, depending on play style and what you need these guys to do for your team. But for now, I'm going to put George Kittle in front of Darren Waller. I'm sure I'm going to get a few nice comments down below. But yeah, that is going to do it for the tier list. So our top 5 tight ends in MUT right now: Kittle, Darren, Kyle, OJ, and Njoku. And yeah, I'm pretty happy with it. I'm sure a lot of you guys might want to see Kelsey a little bit higher, but yeah, hopefully we get some more nice tight ends. And also, yeah, Darren Waller and George Kittle are the only 2 guys on this list that can get tight end apprentice right now. Maybe we get like a nice Tony Gonzalez or Jermichael Finley card over the next couple of weeks if you're watching this video, you know, maybe a few weeks from now. But right now in the game, only George Kittle and Darren Waller can get tight end apprentice. So that's why they're also at the top of S tier, because tight end apprentice is such a nice ability. Putting crossers and corner routes and trail routes and all that good stuff on the field every single play is super broken. So if you are still watching, let's comment the arm emoji for a chance to be shouted out in the next video. And if you are new here, hit that subscribe button, turn notifications. We post daily Madden 22 content. And as always, I will see you boys in the next one.